right, gang, this story is a little bit older. It's from January of this year. However, there was an update from June 14th, 2018. I don't know if that's when his attorney came out and made statements, but I will post a link to the story from June 14th in the description box below. That's this story. You can go ahead and read it. In the description box below, I'm talking about Mesa, Arizona Police Department. They're at it. I was going to say again, but this is January, so it's probably the first incident of 3, remember? And then February, they did it again, and then May, they did it again, and then they're going to do it again and again and again and again and again until Chief Batista either gets off his ass and fixes his police department or resigns and lets a police chief in there that is going to fix it. Now, Chief Batista, you have to understand our annoyance to this problem. You've got a police department that has, at least on 3 occasions, used excessive use of force on citizens of Arizona. January, the one I'm about to go over. February, 84-year-old woman jerked to the sidewalk, bruised very badly. May, guy doesn't want to sit down. Oh, let's kick his ass. Gang style. Because that's what they did. And now you got this one where they beat up Jose Luis Conde, 23-year-old, and then mocked him after punching him several times in the face. And then they mock him. Now what happened was the car he was riding in was pulled over. Police said in an arrest report that during a search they detected suspected drugs in his sock. Conde tensed and turned to face the officer. The officer says in the report he believed that an attack was about to occur because his premonition kicked in. Oh, my spider senses are tingling. So he grabbed Conde and took him to the ground. Conde says, I was tased, I was punched over and over by multiple cops, I was gouged in the eye, and I was hit in the head with a massive police flashlight. I understand that I'm armchair quarterbacking and that I wasn't there. But you have to understand, this police department now has a track record of this. 84-year-old woman, guy who doesn't want to sit down on a balcony. He did, and by the way, the guy who didn't want to sit down, he wasn't doing anything. He leaned against the wall, he was looking at his phone. Looks like they didn't even try to talk to him or say, what's going on? They just walked over and started kicking his ass. So here's the first of the 3 incidences, because this happened in January. These guys have a track record of doing this, the Mesa Police Department. Chief Ramon Batista has vowed an independent investigation again, because that's all he does. Well, we're going to investigate again. We'll investigate this one too. Hey, let's investigate this one too. When are you going to come to a conclusion of your investigations? But he says he's vowed an independent investigation by a national policing group into use of force incidents after 2 other arrests in May. A 33-year-old unarmed man was beaten by officers, gang style, and a 15-year-old armed robbery suspect appeared to be roughly treated by officers. Is that the same incident, or do we have 4 incidences? Because remember, 84-year-old woman too. So I'm not going to go over this whole story. You can read it below, but what I do want to bring to your attention is they beat this guy and then mocked him. There's a video. I'm going to find the video. I'll put that in the description box as well, where they're mocking this guy, mocking him after beating him up. And, you know, just the unprofessionalism and the discourteousness of this police department and the police chief. I mean, has he written anybody up? Chief Batista, you need to step up and start giving us some answers. Have you written anybody up? Has anybody received a memorandum for, being rude, being unprofessional, treating the public with disrespect? Chief Batista, I don't think you need to have an investigation to give these guys a memorandum of understanding or a memorandum of concern for being unprofessional. Well, the police department and the police union, don't give me that shit. Because I work for a municipality and I know how it works. The police department may be a different agency. It may be a different line of work and a different occupation than what I have. But as far as municipalities go, as far as government work workers go, you can still give them a memorandum of concern. You can still give them a memorandum of understanding. You can do that, you know? You know you can do that, right? Yeah, they may have a union representative come and sit down in your office when you do it, but you better start doing something, or you're going to have the whole nation protesting Mesa, Arizona, the city, the mayor's office, and I'm not issuing a threat. I'm just saying civil rights activists are getting very, very tired, and our patience is waning of this police abuse in Mesa, Arizona. It's time to do something, Chief. Guys, go watch the video and go read the story and get involved. You know, you can tweet that information too to the mayor and the police chief. News Now Ukaipa, keeping you informed.